Welcome everyone, this is Acid Roots. I'm here to review Tantric's After We Go album, which is their second album. So, post-grunge was really getting popular around 1999 or so. Between 1999 and about 2003, we had folks like Stained and Cold, Puddle of Mud, these type people, Three Doors Down, Nickelback, all sorts of shits that were coming out. And main thing about it was it was a pretty easy key to success. So a lot of people jumped on this train, but the whole difference as to why I was slow to get with post-grunge is just because it's the enthusiasm of it is just really lazy, and it feels more kind of in a reflective mood rather than a reactive mood. So that kind of means you're looking at what you've done versus doing more things. And obviously rock is a big enough genre. Rap does not really have this sort of thing. There's not really like post whatever, but that's kind of the mantra of post-grunge, and if I were to recommend something first, it would probably be metal. Now, I've gotten to the point over the past few weeks and maybe the past month to where I actually do like alternative metal. A lot of metal bands will have a few singles that are metal released, but then they'll switch it up, make things softer, and take a different approach. And in the past, these were some of my least favorite songs, but I'm starting to realize you do need those type of records. So I've gotten used to it better, and I decided to say screw it and just take on an entire album where the focus was alternative metal. Now, obviously, upon doing that, the next thing you have to worry about is, well, it's kind of a post-grunge slash alternative metal project, and the difference between post-grunge and alternative metal is that post-grunge, the guitars really get slowed down, and it just feels like there's absolutely no motivation in these records whatsoever, which is, it can be frustrating. So you're really just kind of winding down and in that sort of mood. Alternative metal doesn't feel like that as much to me. It feels like you could still get up out of your seat and do whatever you want. But this record is pretty far from perfect. It's definitely, I've given a lot of metal releases high scores, but this album's not going to get any higher than about a 3 out of 10. Now, obviously, the singles on this project are what anchor the thing, but even their highest charting single barely cracked the top 10 of the rock charts in America. So, second, third single, one of their other singles was a cover song, which I really don't think fit them that well. It just sounds like a song you'd hear in the autumn. It's a Fleetwood Mac cover, and I really found the song just demure and not really up to par, but it still served as a single and it did chart. But beyond that, there was the title track, After We Go. Both this song and the lead single, which is Hey Now, both of these kind of sound like a Limp Bizkit record if you listen to Chocolate Starfish or Significant Other. Some of the more songs that have those wailing guitars, less emphasis on like the metal sounding and more emphasis on alternative metal. They do a pretty good job of alternative metal. I definitely wanted to see that more. But there's way too much acoustic guitar, there's way too much country sounding music, and there's way too much relaxation on this project to really enjoy it. The first 4 songs out of 12 are the best songs. They actually do make an almost semi-new metal song with the song Chasing After, but it does not feel as if they really accomplished this. Now, another group that I've been attempting to review is Cold, and they kind of took the similar approach. They're kind of in the alternative metal category, but I think I like the Cold release more than this one. But so really, the whole thing is, my biggest recommendation to you would be to check out the song After We Go, because it appears like that song got a lot less attention than Hey Now. And so Hey Now, lead single, usually those are the best ones, but the promotion on this project, like even the internet says that this album did not fare that well due to the lack of a good song to anchor it. And I wanted to pay attention to it because I'm starting to appreciate alternative metal, but the whole thing is it's hard to because of the choices they made on the album. So it is worth a purchase for the first 4 songs. All of these work extremely well. Like there's another one that sounds like an REM song, which is the song Falling Away, but the rest of these are, like I said, too much acoustic guitar, way too much in settle down mode. There's just no enthralling moments on this album at all. So I'm going to give this album a 3 out of 10. And the social score I will give probably a 3 out of 10, just because there were 2 singles, but only one performed well. So the radio songs did not help this album at all. There were 3 actually, but that's if you like the cover song that I mentioned before. So that takes care of that. The future, I'm not really sure what Tantric has been up to. I'm going to look that up. I'm definitely going to at least cover their debut, because that's where the meat of the best songs are. And the only thing left is just to know whether or not there are new releases by them. But for what it stands, I do like the first 4 songs on this project, and it's, even though this album kind of bombed, it still is worth it to see a few more, or it still is worth it to, check those songs out. So can this record be topped? Of course. Subscribe for more fun.